Have you ever noticed how the people closest to you start acting a little strange when you begin to change for the better? Maybe you've lost weight, landed a promotion, or finally pursued that passion project after years of putting it off. At first, there's applause, but then silence. Or worse, subtle digs that make you question if you're imagining things. If you're in your later years, like so many of us who've accumulated wisdom through life's ups and downs, you've probably felt this shift more than once. It's not your imagination, it's a universal truth about human nature. Growth doesn't just transform you, it disrupts the delicate balance of your social world. And today, we're going to unpack why that happens, so you can navigate it with grace and keep moving forward. Think about it. Improvement isn't just a personal journey, it's a force that ripples through every relationship you have. When you start evolving, whether it's adopting healthier habits, advancing in your career, or simply gaining more confidence, others around you can't help but feel the tremor. Why? Because your progress highlights their own stagnation. It's like suddenly turning on a light in a room where everyone was comfortably sitting in the dim. Social balance thrives on sameness. We bond over shared struggles, similar lifestyles, and mutual understanding. But when you break free from that, it challenges the status quo. Suddenly, the friend who used to commiserate with you over bad knees or retirement woes sees you hiking mountains or starting a new venture. That disruption isn't always met with cheers. It can breed discomfort, even if unspoken. And for those of us who've lived long enough to see patterns repeat, recognizing this early saves a lot of heartache. Now, let's dive deeper into why your success feels so personal to others. It's all rooted in the way our brains are wired for comparison. From an evolutionary standpoint, humans have always scanned their environment for threats, and in modern times, that includes social threats. When you succeed, it activates something called the threat response in the brains of those around you. Neuroscientists have shown through studies that seeing someone else's achievements can light up the same areas associated with physical pain or danger. It's not that they're bad people, it's biology. Your promotion might remind your sibling of their unfulfilled dreams, or your newfound vitality could make a spouse feel left behind. This isn't about jealousy at first. It's a primal alert system saying, hey, the playing field is shifting and I might not measure up. For older adults who've often built lives around stability and routine, this can hit harder. We've invested decades in our identities, and watching someone close pull ahead can feel like a personal affront. That brings us to the role of identity threat in all this. Your growth doesn't just change you, it forces others to confront their own selves. Identity is like a mirror we hold up to the world, shaped by our roles, achievements, and even our limitations. When you grow, you inadvertently hold up a new mirror to them. If you've always been the struggling artist in the family, and suddenly you're exhibiting work or publishing a book, it questions their narrative about you, and by extension, about themselves. If they can change, why haven't I? That's the unspoken question that bubbles up. It's especially poignant in later life, where many of us grapple with regrets or what-ifs. Your progress might make a lifelong friend wonder about paths not taken, stirring unease. This identity threat isn't malice, it's self-preservation. But understanding it helps you see their reactions as reflections of their inner world, not a judgment on yours. And then there's the curious shift where support turns into silence. In the beginning, when you're just starting out, encouragement flows freely, they say, cheering from the sidelines. But once you actually succeed, once the dynamics truly shift, that enthusiasm often fades into quiet. Why? Distance creeps in. Your new habits or successes create a gap in shared experiences. The weekly coffee chats about everyday gripes turn awkward when you're buzzing with energy from yoga or a new hobby. People pull back because relating becomes harder. For those in our age group who've cherished long-term friendships as anchors, this silence can sting. It's not abandonment, it's an adjustment period where they recalibrate. Sometimes they hope you'll revert to the old you, the one who fit neatly into their world. Recognizing this phase allows you to extend patience or gently seek out those who match your new rhythm. Let's clarify the difference between envy and resentment, because they often get lumped together but play out very differently. Envy is that pang of admiration mixed with longing. I wish I had what you have. It's motivational. It can inspire someone to step up their own game. We've all felt it, and in moderation, it's harmless. But resentment, that's darker. It's not just wanting what you have, it's wanting to deny it to you because it highlights their lack. Resentment whispers, "Who do you think you are?" and seeks to pull you back down to level the field. Why does this happen? Because resentment stems from a deeper insecurity, often tied to past wounds or unmet needs. In older circles, where life has dealt uneven hands, some with health challenges, others with financial strains, resentment can fester if someone perceives your growth as unfair. The key is spotting it early. Envy might lead to questions like, "How did you do that?" while resentment shows in snide comments or withdrawal. This ties into why people root for you until you pass them. It's human to cheer for the underdog. It feels good, altruistic even. As long as you're striving but not quite there, you're relatable. But cross that finish line ahead, the comfort of equality gives way to the discomfort of hierarchy. Equality bonds us. We feel safe in sameness. Hierarchy, even subtle, introduces power imbalances. Your success elevates you, making interactions feel uneven. Remember those group outings where everyone was on par? Now, your stories of travel or accomplishments shift the dynamic. For mature audiences like ours, who've navigated hierarchies in careers and families, this can evoke old rivalries. The lesson? True supporters celebrate your lead. Fair weather ones fade when equality dissolves. Growth also exposes unspoken agreements in relationships. Many bonds are built on an implicit pact: we'll stay the same together. We'll complain about the same things, share the same limitations, and grow old in parallel. But when you break that pact, by getting fit, learning a new skill, or shifting your mindset, it reveals the fragility. That friend who bonded over mutual inactivity might feel betrayed when you opt for a walk instead of lounging. In later years, these agreements often revolve around acceptance of aging's tolls. We're all slowing down, the narrative goes. Your refusal to conform forces a rewrite, and not everyone wants to edit their story. It's a revelation. Some relationships were conditional on stasis, not true connection. Watch for the subtle ways people push back. It's rarely overt confrontation. Instead, it's dismissal like, "Oh, that's nice, but," or jokes that undercut your achievement. "Must be nice to have all that free time." Minimization creeps in. "It's not a big deal, anyone could do it." Or the lack of enthusiasm, where your big news gets a flat "congrats" instead of genuine curiosity. These are defense mechanisms, softening the blow to their ego. For us older folks who've honed our social radar over decades, these signs are easier to spot. Don't internalize them. See them as their issue, not yours. And here's a trap to avoid. Explaining your growth often makes it worse. You might feel compelled to justify, "I worked hard for this," hoping for understanding. But justification invites judgment. It puts you on the defensive, as if you need permission. Others might probe for flaws or downplay your efforts. In our stage of life, where wisdom should prevail, it's tempting to over-explain to maintain harmony. Resist. Own your path quietly. Let results speak. This preserves your energy and dignity. The biggest mistake? Shrinking yourself to keep the peace. Dimming your light so others don't feel overshadowed. It's a short-term fix that breeds long-term resentment in you. Suppressing growth to fit old molds erodes your spirit. We've seen it in marriages, friendships, even family. One person holds back to avoid rocking the boat, only to harbor bitterness later. At our age, life's too short for that. Embrace your expansion. Those who truly care will adjust or step aside. Interestingly, growth attracts both critics and imitators. Elevation draws attention like a beacon. Critics emerge to poke holes, perhaps to feel superior. Imitators copy your moves, which can feel flattering or invasive. It's a byproduct of standing out. People notice. For seasoned individuals, this attention might recall younger days of ambition. Handle it with poise. Critics reveal their insecurities. Imitators validate your path. Observe how strong people respond to others' growth. Confident souls celebrate. They see abundance, not scarcity. Your win is our win, they think. Insecure ones compete, turning inspiration into rivalry. In older communities, where life experiences vary widely, secure friends become treasures. They applaud your chapters, knowing everyone's story is unique. Sometimes, growth requires new circles. Not everyone comes with you. Some paths diverge. It's not loss, it's evolution. Seek those vibrating at your new frequency. Book clubs for lifelong learners, fitness groups for active seniors. We've outgrown playground friends, why not adult ones? This often leads to the loneliness phase of growth. Isolation precedes alignment. As old ties loosen, a void appears. It's temporary, a bridge to better connections. In later life, this phase can feel acute, amplifying reflections on time. Use it for self-discovery. True companions will arrive. Finally, remember, growth is a filter. Elevation reveals who was never meant to stay. It's liberating, sifting out mismatches to make room for authenticity. You've earned this clarity through years of living. Embrace it. Your best chapters await. This experience, though painful, is normal. Drawing from social psychology and identity theory, it explains without blame. Avoid victimhood. Focus on forward motion. Reframe, growth isn't loss, it's refinement. Perfect for reflection in our wiser years, fostering deep conversations and shared wisdom.